So we'll take a journey over here to the other side of the garage. Got all sorts of crap in the yard from all the neighbors and their crap blowing around. Dogs aren't happy that I'm not spending time with them. Hear them? So, I have these two items here that I got from my dad's estate sale that I want to get in the backyard, and I think I might tinker around with them. Alright, so I dug this thing out of the back driveway. So this is a Brady tractor. I think I'm saying this right. My dad had a wagon that he put behind it and built a seat for, and this was going to be his quote-unquote butt buggy out at Portland. So this is made in Solon, Ohio. My dad was into collecting things made in Ohio. He had some stuff made over in Orville and Ashland and some other places. Looks like we got one new tire on it, and the other one has some weather checking, so it must be an older tire. So he had, for some reason, I know he had this running, but he had the belts hanging up on the handlebars. And I'm not for sure every time when I record, people have to have very loud vehicles that go by. And that, anyway, we'll wait for this crotch rocket to get parked here. Then we'll continue. The light never fails every time I record. This is why it's a struggle for me to make videos. Anyway, so this, he had two belts up on the handlebars, but I know it ran, and I know he used to run it around the driveway with that trailer behind it. So I'm not quite for sure why he took the belts off. I don't remember. I don't know whether the belts were too long and it wasn't, when you'd put it into gear, it wasn't creating enough friction. I don't remember. So I have the belts, so I'm gonna put one of the belts probably back on it and see if I can't get this thing to go. And he added this hitch onto it, a lower hitch for the trailer. Now I have some other weird noises going on out here. So, and it still has the tag on it here. The other one I dug out is a Junior Chief, and it has a Briggs N with gear reduction on it. Has a brand new tire. He put this bracket on the front so then that way you can park it and it wouldn't fall over, but I can tell you it's a pain in the tuchus. So I had put a bungee on it to keep it up, because every time you go to push it, it would flip back in behind. So this is another one here. They both don't have gas in them because he would run them dry. So I'll probably have to look at the carb on it. Sediment bowl's dry on it too. Make sure everything flows on it. And that same thing with the Brady tractor. It's kind of interesting because actually the engine moves on it. The one I really want to tinker with is this Junior Chief. So I'm gonna go get some gas. I'll see whether the sediment bowl fills up. I'm not gonna put much in it. Alright, I'm gonna put some gas in this thing. It is a murky, muddy mess out here in the spring and summer. It greens up quite a bit right now. Not so much. Let's take this down. Take that off. Put that over there. Alright, got my gas can. I don't think I need a funnel. I don't know whether he would shut off. It looks like his tank's been repaired, so I don't know how much his tank leaks. Because there's sealant around the end here. Dogs are being annoying per usual. Have the gas cans that I absolutely hate, with how you have to open them and then they slurp, and we're only going to put a little bit in here, just enough to wet its whistle. So I get gas everywhere. Alright, that should be enough. Not for sure what the dogs are doing. Sediment bowl filled up, which is good. Let's see. Choke. Got the choke on it. Don't mind me too much. I just threw some. I didn't know how warm or cold it was going to be, so I just threw on my hooded flannel here. Alright, how much? So that's a lot. I'll give it about that much. It's not in gear. Rope start. Acts like it wants to. It doesn't act like it wants to so much more now. I don't know when the last time he had this thing running. Don't know whether mice have made nests in it or whatnot. Hope the gas is on. Oh, let's see. That's choke. I do have gas leaking down here. I may have to do some starter fluid. Oh, look at that! Look at that right there! Look at that! Didn't have to mess with it too much. Started right off. Popped right off for me. See, my dad knew what he was doing when he fixed these things. Let's see what it does when I give it some throttle here. Has a little bit of a loop to it, but it kind of settled out. Kind of afraid to put it in gear. I'd have to kick up this stupid thing in the front. Anyway. Oh, that's a bad spot, isn't it? Why didn't you guys tell me that? It's away from the tire there. Alright. Zoom out a little bit. Let's see if it moves, shall we? Oh yeah, it didn't move. That's just a little bit of throttle on it. That runs real nice. I could try to till the yard. Do I care about this part of the yard? No. Okay, so tilling isn't exactly its strong suit. Now the dogs will be tearing up this part of the yard. I think it'd have to adjust the belt some on it. The tension on the belt. Maybe a different spring, and I think it would probably do just fine. Runs real nice though. Really pleased with this one. That's full throttle on it. Might be able to adjust the throttle linkage a little bit too. See how much further it can go. I'll take it down to a low idle here. Not a bad little unit. Junior Chief, single wheel garden tractor. I have a couple Chore Masters and I have a Suburbanite that's a one wheel garden tractor. At one point in time that was going to be what I'd collect was one wheel garden tractors or walk behinds. But they're just so big and bulky. I like that they load themselves, but they just take up so much space in that. Now for this. I think it's a Brady. No, that's what I'm going to call it anyway. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. So I guess I can try and see if I can start this one. But that's a fun little unit right there. I really like that one. Runs real nice, runs smooth. No starter fluid required. Smokes a little bit, but I can understand why. It's been sitting for quite some time, and I'm not for sure how much carb might need adjusted a little bit on it, but I don't know how much oil's in that oil filter either. So some of that might be falling back in and burning off. So, I like that. I might have to take that to the next show I go to. So the next show in Ohio that I'm aware of is up in Kidron, up at the Layman's Hardware. It's on Mother's Day weekend on the Saturday. But yeah, that thing runs pretty nice. Sitting here just idling away. I'll let this one run a little bit longer here. And then I guess we'll see what this one does. Hopefully it pops off just like that one. Maybe I'll give it a little bit more throttle. Might have to see if I can find another end tank for it, since that one's kind of beat up a little bit, but holds gas, so I ain't too worried about that. Alright. I'll shut this one down. Now that is a nice little unit right there. Very pleased with that one. Glad I was able to get that one for my dad's collection. He did a good job of going through that end. It looked like he put a new sediment bowl on it and a few other things, so he did a good job with that one.